Hello, this is Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI, meaning Philippine Islands. 4 years ago, my Filipino wife and I moved from Austin, Texas to the Philippines, and we found this wonderful place here. I call it Casa de Gecko because we have a lot of geckos, and they eat a lot of flying ants and other critters, and so that's why I named it that. You can see behind me I put in a waterfall here, and really enjoy it. I hope it's not too loud and drowning out my voice. Uh, but I've been a Longhorn fan for all of my life. Starting in the 40s. Dad would take us to a game. Uh, then he's got a little older. I had an older brother that was handicapped, and I'd push him in his wheelchair, and they would let us in. We'd sit on the sidelines. But and then after high school, I went into the Navy. And I became an airman. I chose Naval Air than be on the ship all the time. And while I was in the Navy, I applied for to get into the University of Texas. And as soon as my tour was over, I entered into school. And so I'm a lifelong Longhorn fan. Well, this year we're doing pretty damn good. Texas is 3-0. First time in a long time we've been that. And we're now entering conference play. And this weekend is the Baylor Bear Cubs. And they're not very good, I don't think. And we've got to play better than we did last game against Wyoming. We can't wait until the fourth quarter to wake up and start playing up to our standards. So I hope the coach has got them fired up and ready to kick some ass. Got to get a little mean in there. And so I am predicting Texas 65, Baylor 3. I mean 6. I figured they'd get there close enough to kick a couple of field goals sometime. Our defense is pretty tough, and I hope they play mean the whole game. So that's my prediction. And I can't wait for the game to start. The only way I get to see it here is if they put it on YouTube, or I call my nephew in Austin, and he gets it on his cable there, and he'll set up his laptop focused on his screen of his big TV, and so I get to watch it that way. If anybody has a better idea, let me know. This is a football. I don't know anything about football here. One of these days I'm going to get my nephew. Yeah, he's a nephew. He's a pretty big kid. I mean, he's going to be a lineman, I think, if I can ever get him interested in American football. I keep telling him, yeah, you can make all this money, you get college scholarship, but you know, So, yeah, I wish I could get these more people here to watch and be interested in football. This is a basketball crazy country. They do play baseball in some areas, mainly the big cities, and they play soccer too. But can't get football on TV here. And so, and then when I lived in Taiwan for 5 years, teaching English, and I could get NFL games in Spanish. Who is that? Because they mispronounce the American names of the players. So that was a problem. But here I haven't found any NFL games on, except the Super Bowl. They will broadcast that here. So, well, why is this Texan here living here in Philippines? Well, let's see, the high temperature today is 85, and low is about 75. And it just rained a little while ago, but now it's stopped for right now, probably because I'm going to do this video. And it's a very laid-back country, very easygoing, c'est la vie, but people are extremely friendly here. The local people are very helpful, very welcoming, and at my age, they look out for me, and they understand my problems, and you got to watch out because I can easily fall on my ass when walking around here. This is the jungle all around us, and I've got coffee trees, cacao trees, coconut trees, jackfruit trees, which are big fruit, that big, with spikes on the outside, and guiabanas, and limes, and hot peppers, and peppercorns. I have everything I need, except American meat beef. It's hard to find a good steak here unless you go to one of the high-end stores, which we do. I get my food from S&R. It's kind of like a Costco. So things are good. My wife owns a liquor store in the town, so I get my bourbon whenever I need it. So life here is really, really nice. The only thing is traffic. Now out here, I'm not near the city. It's no problem. But you start getting to Manila, and oh God, it's a long time to get someplace. They have a VA in Manila, so I go there, and they don't do all the stuff I need, but they do my blood tests and all that stuff. So life is good here, and I have 5 dogs. One dog we bought from America with us, and our niece gave us a Shih Tzu, a male, when we arrived here. And then as we found this property, and we were really lucky to find this property, We there were a couple of street dogs, like Butter here. You can see him. Look at that face, right? You see yourself, Butter? They're our outside dogs and guard dogs. They don't really guard. Nobody comes around that'd be a threat. Very peaceful here. And I know the neighbors, and this little area, we got a new house built behind us. It's real big, it's a two-story house. It's owned by a Filipino couple that has lived in the U.S. for 20 years, some odd years. And another owner of this property is another Filipino couple. He served in the U.S. Navy for 20-something years. So glad to have them. And over here we've got a commercial farm being built. They grow all kinds of stuff, including strawberries. And so if any of you want to come over here, be sure to let us know, and we'll put you up in the house for a few days and show you around. This area is very popular with people from the wealthy from Manila. It's only about 30 kilometers from Manila. But back over here we have a lake with a active volcano in the middle of it. And about a few months after we finished this house and moved in, that volcano erupted. And fortunately for us, the winds were blowing from west to east, and it blew all that ash towards Tagaytay, the biggest city around here. And but it knocked out our electricity for 3 days. But we left the first day and went to Angeles City, because that's where a lot of American-style restaurants are. And I can get me some good Mexican food, and so that's what we do. And we have family close by that if we're going to go someplace like that for a few days, they will come in the house, sit, and take care of the dogs, feed the dogs and stuff. So life is good. And I can't wait for this game. Let's hook 'em. And y'all have a great day, and take care of your family and your pets. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Or my Longhorn fans will see me for the next game after Baylor. All right. Adios, amigos. Hook 'em.